There we go. Perfect. All right, so how do I want to do this? Kind of like that. I gotta get this retaped up. Okay. Something like that for now. And we're just going to tack this. And I touched it already. Well, let's get that cleaned up. Can't get these to stick to each other. Is it because it's dislike metals? I don't know. I guess I'll try welding on the table really quick to see if that's even possible. Can't get them to weld. I'm getting it hot. Huh. I got 2 tacks on there. Not the prettiest, but it'll do. What I should have done is tack these to keep that where it needs to be. So I can't weld that until I get this tacked and pulled down how I need it. So that's gonna have to come out. It's way harder than I thought it was gonna be. And I didn't mark it, so that's not good. So the idea is to mark these, get them cleaned up, and then tack weld this together so I can get this where it needs to be, and then I can weld that. Quite honestly though, I think that might be okay. Now that I was able to get that fitted, I might do that. I might tack the back side of that and then start welding that on the bench. So I think that should be okay now. We'll find out. All right, so let's see if we can get this tack welded or even welded up. And then we'll get it test fitted in the car again before we start welding our pieces. Alright, so I got 2 decent tacks. I don't know if you can see that, those 2 pieces right there. It's actually going to take a lot larger than 16th, so I'm just going to have to feed the heck out of it.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Fantastic. Well, didn't break. That's something you gotta be careful of. I did crank up my amperage to 115, see if that makes any difference. Going well, and then I touched it. Dang it. I'm wondering if I should let this cool down or not, because it's got a lot of heat in there right now, so I can get it to kind of fill. So I think I'm gonna go with it. See what happens. I do think I need to pick up some 3/32 filler rod instead of just a 16th inch, because honestly, you're supposed to kind of match the thickness of the material you're welding. And this is, I want to say 1/8 inch. Probably half my problem right there. That'll do. It's not the prettiest, but it'll hold. God, that's a lot harder than piping. Alright, so that's kind of what we've got for right now to get that welded on there. It's not the prettiest. Quite honestly, I could probably like sand that out to get it more uniform. That's what the backside looks like. We can sand that and get it looking somewhat nice before we get it sent out for powder coating. So that's what we got. We'll let this cool down, we'll get it back in the car, and we'll continue the other end. Alright, so I've got these cleaned up. I retaped it, refitted the joint. Gonna put some tack welds on here, and then we'll move on. Alright, got some tack welds on that. I actually burnt my finger. I had the torch like pointing towards it, so all that heat went right to the finger. It's not horrible, but it got very uncomfortable. I'm gonna put another tack weld on here because it looks like it's starting to crack through the fusion weld, so just dibble a little bit on there so it doesn't go anywhere. Alright, let's get this test fitted. In the meantime, I'm gonna pick up this bench so I have adequate room to work. It's getting very messy, disorganized. Alright, so we got this cooled down. We got a few tack welds on here, so that shouldn't go anywhere. Let's go ahead and get this on the car. May need to put a little bit more soap on that, just to give it a little bit of slip, and then we can wash it all off after. Just a little bit of movement on that. Okay. That's on all the way. Gotta pivot this just a little bit. All right. That looks good. Oh, I gotta put the coupler on this. Should have another one. grab one. Actually, I probably should torque that down so it doesn't go anywhere. All right. Okay, that's good. Slight misalignment there, which is okay because I can pull this out. Yeah, just like that. That looks good. I probably should take a little bit more off of this so I can get it tighter. So we'll do it off this side. Now that I'm looking at it, we may want to take a little bit of height off this. See how it's not as uptight on here? I'm gonna take a little bit off, which we could probably take. Unfortunately, off this side, but we can always reround that. It's not a big deal. So let's go cut this ridge off. Glasses, the blocks. If you don't know why I put these blocks here, so that way these ridges don't sit directly on the cutting surface. So I can make sure I get a nice cut. Start with a little bit. Surfing this up. Oh. Nice bevel to it. Just take a little bit off the inside. Let's check the fitment. That's better. Yeah. Okay, so I can twist that a little bit. We'd like it to come down just a little bit so it's away from this tank. But that's honestly not bad. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So, let's go ahead and mark this. Actually, you know what? We should clean it, and then we can tape it and then just weld it. So, looks like that one's already cleaned. Just wipe down with acetone, we'll get it reinstalled, taped up, and then we'll weld it. Oh, look how dirty that is. Just a forewarning, aluminum is not from Tycon, it is from Amazon. So that's probably why it's so dirty. It's just hard to beat the Amazon shipping times. Next day, sometimes same day, it's tough. You know, if I mark this, it might be easier. Yeah. Yeah, it might be easier to get them taped up after. Okay. Okay. All right. Something like that. All right. Might be able to get it. cinch down, tack here, maybe here and here, and then we'll do good tacks. All right, so we got this tacked up. Got a little hole there that I'll have to fill later, but hopefully that's not too big a deal. And quite honestly, well, it's actually not in a real spot you'll see anyways. So let's go ahead and test fit this up. I think we're gonna be looking good. Yeah. So there's plenty of, oh. Well, I could always trim that. But I also have room to move this back. Kind of like that. Yeah. That looks good. And that goes up there. That looks great. Could even put a little bracket here, which I probably will do. Now that I say that, I may not. Because that goes there. Yeah, that looks good. I just need a small bracket here and I'll be good with that. Yeah, fitment looks great. Everything looks wonderful. So I've got this bracket. Where did I put it? Right here. This one's gonna be a tricky one because couldn't really get it to, well, let's measure that. From the pipe to the hole, we're at about 1 3/4 inches. So let's get this cut. We'll see if we can rough it. We're gonna do 2 inches just to be safe. Get that cut. And then we'll chamfer the middle on here so it fits. Where's my glasses? Yeah, looks good. Just gotta bring the angle down. Looks good. Let's check it, see how the fitment is. You can get a bolt. we go. And just kind of like, yeah. Might be able to squeeze that in and get a few tacks on there. Let's try it. Something like that. Yeah, that'll be good. All right, so we got this tacked on, so I'm going to weld it from the back side and then weld it from the front side, and then the tab should be good. We'll do the final test fitment, and then if everything looks good, we'll go ahead and finish weld all of the weld joints. $120 amps or so. Whew. So we're good. We'll let that cool down. We'll get it back in the car, test fit. Good thing is this aluminum is, like I mentioned earlier, is not 60-61. I think it's 50-52, so it can bend if needed. All right, so we got that piece welded up and in the car. Let's go ahead and try to get the bolt and everything installed, make sure it fits well. All right, so far that looks good. I don't want to bend that. So that looks good. Yeah. Let's get the other piece up there, which is right here. Getting excited, guys, getting excited. All right, so bolted in, elbow down. Look at that. That's, well, I can move this just a little bit. Just like that. Did it give us some room? Yeah. That's perfect. Coupler will go right on there. Like that's awesome. Love it. So this can all come out, get finish welded, get these bead rolled, that end bead rolled, this end bead rolled, and our driver's side piping is done. And I think it came out perfect. Let's just hope that our welds go smooth and everything looks great.